Good day, everyone. This is Rich, and this is going to be a beginner's review of Hostinger. That's right, a web host that I've been using for just over a month. I felt that was worthy of your attention if you're looking to develop a website, start a new business, or whatever it may be. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. And hopefully we can continue to make some good content for you, be as transparent as possible, and show you some good things that might help you succeed in whatever you're trying to do. To kick things off, I just want to go over some of the pricing and some of the things I noticed up front. I came to the website and it's your pretty basic information that gives you reviews of other people, how many different clients they have, 30 back money guarantee, things like that. But they do provide a ton of different styles of hosting, and what I'm really focusing on is WordPress hosting. WordPress hosting is how I develop most of my sites, and most of my sites are created on like a cPanel, and this is kind of different. So this was kind of interesting to me, and it's actually very clean and very easy to use and very easy to navigate. So I was really impressed because I've been with other websites that don't use cPanel. And if you're not familiar with cPanel, don't worry about it, because a lot of people are moving away from cPanel because it's costly. So you get a reduced price when you do use WordPress hosting without cPanel. So if you're looking for cloud hosting or something else like that, I'm not going to provide that information today. So I'm assuming the quality is still there. But for the WordPress hosting, I was pretty impressed so far. So let me go into what I noticed on the pricing scale, which is down here. You got this web hosting information, and then I'll hit WordPress hosting here. It'll take me to a kind of a new page and give me these 4 different options. So what I'll do is I'll just go through them real quick. And what I selected was the starter program. The reason why I selected the starter program was not because of the savings, because the savings actually goes, it's all over the place. But there's no reason just to get a hosting for one website. Because what if you have a second idea? You want to create a second site. You always want something with a minimum of, let's say, 5 websites provided. Now, $1.99 is not that bad. I mean, it's $3.99 a month when you renew. This is all promo pricing. And every web host provides promo pricing, so that's something to consider. So what I did was I went with the WordPress starter program, which once I'll add to the cart and I'll show you the actual pricing once we get into that, is $6.99 a month, which is fair these days. Which $6.99 a month is not bad whatsoever. It can go up to $20 a month for WordPress Pro. I didn't need that. And that's like 300 web hosts. This is if you're providing some kind of service or whatnot. So, I mean, 100 websites, that's plenty of disk space, unless you're doing some kind of FTP transfers or something like that. I'm not even too sure. Free email, plenty of visits. Now, if your site blows up and you really take off, then yeah, upgrade to, you can easily just hit the upgrade button and get into the business WordPress. Or if you have more visits per month than 100,000, then you can upgrade to Pro and so forth. And eventually, if you're getting 200 visits a month, you're going to want to move into your own server anyway. So free email, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited databases, which is great. The RAM is a factor here, but I think the core is just the major factor difference here between the upgrade here. You get a 2-core versus a 1-core. I think that's the one thing that's holding me back. I'd like to have the 2 cores. It provides a little bit more power when your site is getting hit with some good traffic and you don't want it to bog down a little bit. So I have a feeling I'm going to notice that if the traffic builds. Dedicated IP address, not so important when you're just starting out. I recommend a dedicated IP address if you're starting to get a good amount of traffic and things are good, but that's a different story. Unlimited free SSL, which is great. Obviously, their servers are protected. You don't have to worry about anything like that. Cloudflare, also a great thing to have. I use a lot of Cloudflare on my sites that don't have SSL. So when you have a site you really want to protect, this is a great location. The backups are weekly. You can pay for daily if you want, and you can manage those within the dashboard, which is relatively easy. So, I mean, everyone guarantees pretty much 99.9% uptime. The staging tool is pretty cool. I've used that before on different sites, and it allows you to create your same, pretty much a production and a development server on the same thing, and you can just like literally copy paste and make changes. And if it screws something up, then you can, revert back to the original and keep doing it until you get it right and things like that. So there are a lot of different technical features, details, more features, things like that. DNS management, subdomains, FTP, and everything else, cache manager, powerful control panel. So let me go into, so if I select this, I'm gonna just show you how nice this is. Actually, I actually have it right here. 48 months, right? So 48 months is 4 years. This is the program I went to because I'm not going to go month to month to pay $11.99. Now the things change for you in pricing as you increase your length. 4 years is good. Once I usually do 2 to 3 years, but this was an offer of 4 years at $2.99 a month, and you get a free domain. So if you don't have a domain or you haven't purchased a domain yet, you can get access to a free domain as well. And if you scroll down here, you can see what it costs, $143.52 for 4 years. Okay, so 4 years, that's a significant breakdown. Now, when it renews in 4 years, there's two things you can do. I suggest you go back to like a yearly. If you don't, unless they provide the same discount, you can get 4 more years, then obviously do that, but most likely they won't. But this is a 75% discount plan, so $432 off. That's really, really, really good, which is really impressive. So you don't have to worry about it for 4 years. Yeah, it's gonna come up if you're doing well and whatnot, but you can renegotiate with the billing team, and they will definitely accommodate for you. So let me get into the actual back end of the dashboard and kind of go over a couple things there that I like. So the site I'm working on is still in development process. I haven't really launched it to the world, and it's actually in maintenance mode. So it's not I can't give you the full, okay, this is how good it is scenario. I just want to go over some of the things that kind of impressed me in the dashboard. I haven't had to contact customer service yet. So that's one thing. The customer service at the beginning with the billing, getting my account set up, super clean. I didn't have to deal with anything. I just had to switch my name servers and I was good to go. They knew my domain, and then boom, all I had to do was kind of like set it up, install WordPress. If you're not familiar with that, there's plenty of videos out there on how to do all that. So pretty neat. They have a load time analyzer you can do. I checked it. It was a 95 on December 12, 2022. And I will start to do this over the course of time, probably once a month, once the site's live and whatnot. And I plan on adding more and more sites. This is kind of like a demo site right now. So the dashboard's clean. It tells you everything. You can set up an email for free if you want to use your own email. Most people don't use emails from their website because, unless they become a really good business and it's high end, a lot of people stick with like a Gmail account or whatnot. File manager right here, your databases are right here, and your WordPress dashboard is right here. So basically, if I click on this button right here, I'll have access to my WordPress. I usually go directly to my site and then like a admin page. Backups, if we go to the backups, you can do daily backups for $2 a month. It depends how much data you're updating on a daily. You can generate a new backup anytime, and you can restore backups coming soon, it says. I'm not too sure what happened here, but I can definitely download a backup from 12.11. This just shows you it download or create a backup at 12.11, create a backup on 12.4. So again, if it's something that's important to you, you might need to pay the $2 to get that extra backup. But restoring the website, it's pretty easy to do. I haven't restored anything yet. And back here, you can change all your details. The domains, you can add your domains here if you want more sites on your, connected to this web host. And let's see what else is down here. So you got your DNS, you got your PHP configurator, and most people do like 6.4. It's 8.8.0's out now and 8.1's coming. Usually they stay a couple versions back just to make sure everything's working fine. Your SSL is good to go, and there's all these other things. IP manager if I want to protect it. So it provides everything in a C panel, just it has a different panel. So actually, I think they call it H panel, which is interesting, pretty easy. And all your information is right in front of you. There's not much you need to do. And for the price that I was mentioning before, $143 for 4 years, that is a really good deal. So I just wanted to share, and it actually has a malware scanner, which is not something a lot of hosting providers provide for free. And it's nice to have that option when your site's acting weird or seeing something that might be potentially wrong, or Google or something like that responds to you, says, hey, your site's not functioning properly, you might want to check for malware. You can actually do a scanner, and you don't have to pay, a company, a few $100 to figure out whether you have a problem or not. So I am putting this one in my top 10 right now for web hosts. Again, I don't know if I mentioned earlier that I've worked with over 30 web hosts, and this one could be in the top 10. It's in the top 10 right now for what I've seen. A year from now, I might revisit this video and tell you how it's performing. I haven't had any slowdowns or issues building out the site. The question is, if the traffic's coming in, how well it's going to work. And I'm assuming it's going to be just fine. But, until I talk to customer service for that first time and say, hey, I have a problem, can you help me? And see how fast they respond. Now, I've talked about that on my website, Afternoon Grind, about a couple companies that are like instantaneously helping you no matter what. Obviously, if they can't figure out certain problems, they might forward you on to the developer of whatnot. But it is something that is very important to me, is customer service on the hosting side. And if they provide good customer service, that's a win in my book. They might not be the best or the cheapest, but the customer service, when something goes wrong, if they're not responding to you, that is a problem. You need to leave as soon as possible, because it's not worth it, because your site could be down for days when it could be fixed in minutes. So again, I'm impressed with Hostinger. I'm hoping don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, because it's spelled Hostinger. So it's like host. So it's like Hostinger. You can pronounce it however you want. And, that's my viewpoint, my quick review. I suggest you check it out. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Use the link in the description below. I will get a little referral on that. That wasn't the point of this video. It's just kind of things I've been doing with this YouTube channel. But it will help the channel out if you do use the link in the description below. And let me know if you use them or have had any problems with Hostinger. Let me know if you've had success with them, what kind of hosting you use, what kind of pricing you get, and that'll maybe help out the others out there looking to start a business or start a website or start multiple websites. And eventually I plan to have multiple websites on here. And the cool thing is I could probably set up different IPs, so it doesn't really look like they're all on the same web host. They'll be on the same web host, but they'll have a different IP, so it won't necessarily mean if I have similar sites, it won't conflict or cause issues with Google. And it all depends on what kind of business you're in. When you're in internet marketing, you're pretty much after everything, and I'm just trying to make it look good and work well and help you guys out. So keep me posted on what you guys are doing. You can see I created my account 11/12. I didn't realize that was there. So it's actually 30 days, 31 days since I started using them, and I've had success so far. So let me know if you have any questions. I will be around. I'm going to end this video because it's getting kind of long. You guys have a good one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and comment the video. And I'll talk to you in the next video.